So I guess you've heard of the well-known saying, less is more. And that is actually true, particularly when it comes to leadership and organizational performance. Do you see, the more I've worked with people over the last 3 decades, the more I've realized that in most cases, it's not more that they need, it's less. Generally, when there is a performance problem, people look to add on more training, more ideas, more frameworks, more models, more skills, more competencies, and indeed invest huge amounts of money and time on these things. But I often start by working with my clients and saying, okay, let's take the well-established equation on performance by the famous coach Timothy Galway. Performance is potential minus interferences. So let's define what is the performance, the behavioral change that you want to achieve and the measurable outcome of that. Okay, we got that. Now, do you believe you've got the potential to improve in this area? And invariably people, of course, say yes. And in most cases they have. Then I say, okay, let's look at the interferences and let's remove them. Now, it is true to say that some interferences are external, changes in the market, challenges from colleagues, structural changes, redundancies, etc., etc. We have to recognize that. But in pretty much everyone I've ever worked with and coached, we have been able to identify internal interferences. Patterns in the way that person is thinking, the way he or she feels, and ultimately their current behaviors. And what we do is we go deeper into the identity and beliefs level and look at where those patterns of interference came from, and then we remove them. We do that through a whole host of means, coaching or going deeper into the subconscious mind or changing thinking patterns or changing behavior and therefore giving the person different experiences or learning to manage and regulate emotional states. But ultimately, we are removing interferences. And guess what? The results or the performance improves. So I'm off to remember that if there is a performance related issue in my life, it's not adding more that is necessarily going to give the solution, but it's looking at what's getting in the way and removing it, and therefore embracing the positive result. How about you?